please. Heather, as normal course of practice, we have emergency exits in the back and on the sides in case we need to do them. Hopefully we won't. Ask everybody to rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Dave Oswald. Patricia Duchesne. Here. Mary D. Simone. Here. Lenora Fries. Joseph Izzo.
Present.
Michael Dietrich.
Here.
Jeffrey Holiday.
Here.
Karen Van Lee. Here. And Mike Oswald.
Here. You have one?
Yes, we do.
Item 1B, results of the annual budget and trustee vote. The board hereby declares the results of the May 2025 budget vote, election of board members as submitted by the chief election inspector and the board clerk. Catskill Central School District budget, $49,619,679. Votes yes, 565. Votes no, 264. Catskill Public Library budget, $1,125,415. Votes yes, 563. No, 267. Both were passed. Board of Education member vote. Nate Shaw, 677, elected to a 3-year term. Tracy Darling, 616 votes, elected to a 3-year term. Pat Duchesne, 505 votes, elected to a 3-year term. Re-elected to a 3-year term. Charles Holtz, 269 votes, Paul Brown, 224 votes. No write-ins listed. Vote yes for a motion to certify the election. Joe Izzo, second by Mike Dietrich, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. Superintendent's report.
All right, we're going to jump right into it with Dr. Silvernail with our policy project that we've been working on for years. Dr. Silvernail.
I came up too early last time, so I wanted to. So,
Tell me.
we'll sign out. It's great. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this might be a little pressure on them. I'm also doing an assistant principalship in middle school right now, so. And that's why I'm dressed in all black. Today's, what do they call it? Underground Spirit Week, where the adults are able to do stuff, and the kids have to try to figure out what's happening. So today's monitor from that today. So. All right, so this is actually our second to last board meeting where we're going to be together, but we're getting really close now. Explain that to you as we move along. We got our mission statement here, vision statement, purpose. We all know that at this point. Policies for first reading tonight. The first one is the one that I pulled from the last board meeting because we didn't have attorney review. And actually, I just got the attorney review at the last minute, so Lewis sent you a copy with one line put in it. So when you read through it, it talks the process of how students are selected for this. This is required as of July 1, 2025, as per new legislation this year, brand new to Catskill. And the students will apply through the FCCLA. And their applications will then go to the principal. The principal will then touch base with the appropriate people. And then the line that the attorney recommended adding was the high school principal will make the final determination to fill the position or positions. One of the things I'll remind you is I would recommend you try to do two, because high school students are really busy, particularly high-end high school students, and they can swap back and forth on who attends. A reminder, they're not a voting member of the board. It's a liaison between the board and the student body. And you get to determine whether or not they need to attend for the summer. General recommendation, again, these are really busy kids. It may be difficult for them to get here for your summer board meetings. You got that discretion. So that's the first reading tonight for student ex officio board members. Just as anecdotally, a The district I worked in did it several years ago, and the students were fantastic. It was a great experience for them, and it was a great experience for the board members. Next is 4521.6, Internet Safety. You do have this policy adopted. It was adopted in 2012. But we need to change the number to 4526.1 because it currently reads 4526.3. So to align it to the municipal numbers, you want to do that. This version is a little bit slimmer, and it also takes into account some of the new legislation that's coming in, like Ed Law 2B, the privacy protections for students. But you also need 4526.3, which are internet use policies, that use policies. So those need to be renumbered, and you can see at the bottom what the renumbering is going to be. So the ones that are currently 4526.1 become 4526.3, and your old internet safety policy adopted in 2012 becomes 4526.1. You need to have this policy for E-rate funding, which you do participate in E-rate that pays for some of your, I believe it's internet connection is what you use it for. The next one is 5550, student privacy. This one's also new to Catskill. Currently, board policy 5550 is a policy about maintenance of fiscal effort for Title I. It should be student privacy. So the 5550 you currently have is not a required policy either. So it may pay to review the fiscal policy when you have, see if you want to keep it or not. But what I would say is we need to put the 5550 in student privacy because it is also required by FERPA. So you have to have the student privacy in there. It's basically to tell parents what their rights are and their rights to privacy. The next one is 8635, information and data privacy, security breach, and notification. This is required by Ed Law 2B. So it tells parents what their privacy rights are and their students' privacy rights, but it also, in protecting their data, if you have a breach, you have to have a plan for notifying those folks that their data has been breached. So that's a requirement as well. And this one must be posted on the district website. So you post it in where you put your internet policies so that parents know where to find it. Left on the docket, from what I can tell in my cross-referencing of the required policies and board policies, we need to reduce student attendance 5100. We need to add 8635E, which goes along with the information and data privacy security breach. And we need to do 4526.1R, which matches with your internet safety. So the 8635E is basically a safety, sorry, it's like an 8635E. And actually, I don't have it on here because it's ones that we're going to do next time, so you'll see them come through. And it's the exhibit that goes with the policy for the information and data privacy breach one. It's basically an exhibit that puts plain language to the policy so that it's easier for your public to understand. It's just a plain language sort of thing. Those are the only three that I know of right now that you would not have backups for all of your requirements. But again, I'm going to go back one more time to cross-reference the table to make sure we haven't missed any. So as of next board meeting, you should have all of your required policies in place. I know I'm going quickly tonight. I know I'm standing in the way of tenure. And tenure is super important. So if anybody has any questions, I'll field them, but I want to go quick so you can get out of the more important stuff. No questions? Great. All right. I'll see you on the 11th?
Yes.
11th. All right. Great. Thanks, folks. All right.
Oh, yeah. That's it for the superintendent. Okay, we have on items to bring before the board tonight. One, they're both going to be dated on May 21 today's date. First is, we need a motion. Okay, I'm good. I have a request, a motion from the board to amend the agenda. McKeever, Mary Simone, all in favor? Opposed? Okay. Now, we do have two brief walk-on items. One is an agreement to authorize the superintendent to sign with the CPA regarding a matter of the retirement of incentive that's been agreed upon with the CPA. We need a motion to accept it. McKeever, Mary Simone, all in favor? Opposed? Carried. Item number 2 is an agreement between the superintendent and the CSEA, and this is to adjust the rate of an employee based on the work that's being done to bring something in place. This would be for a B&L substitute teacher to change the rate. I need a motion to allow the superintendent to sign the agreement. Mary, second. Mike, I'm sorry, Karen, all in favor? Opposed? So carried. Now I need a motion to accept the agenda as amended. The council, as you change, all in favor? Opposed? Carried. Looking for a motion to accept the treasury report for April 2025. Mr. Rizzo, McTeacher, Council, all in favor? Opposed? So carried. Looking for a motion to accept the claims audit report for April. Council, having changed, all in favor? Opposed? So carried. Now we get into the good things. We have 6 wonderful employees here tonight for tenure. With this, I'll turn it over to the superintendent.
Thank you, Mr. Holliday. Welcome, everyone. Sort of what Dr. Silvernail had said earlier is that tonight is the night that we are recognizing 6 amazing teachers getting their, I feel like calling it sort of rite of passage, that what they've done, the skill sets and attributes that they've trained is what we're looking for at our school district. So we're going to grant that, or I'm recommending to the school board tonight that these individuals be granted tonight. So what's going to happen is I will pull up the principal of that building, the principal will come up, then we'll say a few words, and then the school board will vote on each individual teacher on their appointment. And I know, I'm assuming Ms. Connor probably feels the same way about tonight as I do, is that, you know, personally for me, this is much more special because myself, Ms. Connor, we were hired the same year as you individuals were 4 years ago. So we rode the bus together on the bus tour, right? And we did some of those new staff orientation stuff together, right? So it was like when we were looking at it and looking back at the day, wow, we were on that bus, right? And we, you know, had to sit in those meetings with Dr. Philip and we used to like talking about, you know, so it's just a little bit extra meeting. So without further ado, I believe we're starting off at the middle school. So Ms. Kozier, would you come on up?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Amy Cougar, and I'm the building principal at Catskill Middle School. I'm excited for Amanda Esposito, a hardworking and basic teacher, to earn her tenure tonight. Amanda is an instrumental member of our staff. She has also become a critical member of our PTSO, helping just today to make our change challenge possible. I know that Ms. Esposito's students had wonderful things to say about her. She's so pretty. She always smiles. I love her classroom. She's smart. She's organized. I love her attitude, and we just appreciate her. Amanda's colleagues shared that she's a great leader to have and be here at CMS. Thank you for all you do to assist our learners. We value your knowledge and our commitment to the Catskill Middle School family. Amanda's an incredible colleague who has become one of my lifelong friends and my partner in crime here at Catskill Middle School. We all know who wrote that. Collaborating with her on grants across curricular projects has truly been an amazing experience. I look forward to continuing our work together for many years to come. Congrats on your tenure. And she's a teacher who turns challenges into victories. That would be personal. Overall, congratulations, Amanda, on earning your tenure. Your dedication as a Catskill Middle School special education teacher and math teacher is truly inspiring. You bring patience, creativity, and compassion in every lesson, ensuring that our students, regardless of their learning styles or challenges, feel seen, supported, and heard. This tenure is a well-deserved recognition of your hard work, resilience, and your commitment to inclusive education. We are lucky to have you as part of our community.
Be resolved in accordance with New York State Education Law 2509, a recommendation for tenure is based upon evidence of proficient, competent, and satisfactory service rendered during the probationary term. And whereas during her probationary period, Ms. Amanda Esposito performed in accordance with the standard of the Catskill Central School District. Now therefore be it resolved that upon recommendation of the superintendent of schools, Ms. Amanda Esposito possesses the New York State Student with Disability Mathematics grade 7 through 12 certification, be granted tenure in special education tenure area effective September 1st, 2025. We need a motion from the board. Matthew Shane, second. Aaron Van Veen, all in favor? All opposed? Congratulations.
Joe.
I am deeply honored to stand before you today as I recommend Joe Geraci for tenure, a milestone that to me, it's a milestone that represents trust, growth, relationships, and commitment. I could stand here all night reading about how awesome this person is, but here are some of the wonderful things that the students have shared about Mr. Geraci. He's so funny. He goes out of his way to entertain us. He can be serious when he needs to be, but he really goes with the flow. Mr. Geraci always picks really good music for us. If you're causing trouble or you're a troublemaker, he's going to address you. He's really good at teaching. Hands down, he's the GOAT. But nothing more matters, Joe, you know what to say, than knowing that he can do the social boy. Joe's colleagues share that he's a team player. He's always ready to lend a helping hand to students adore him. Joe's been an amazing addition to the music department. He makes great connections with the students and helps them grow tremendously. I'm very happy to have him on our team. He has a saint-like presence, especially during concert season. Joe's an amazing instrumental music teacher and always gives great input to our team, meetings, and parent conferences. And as someone said, you just can't get a better guy. Joe, on behalf of Catskill Middle School, please know that I am so proud of you. Thank you for committing to us. Thank you for all that you do. You are valued and appreciated. Congratulations.
Resolved that in accordance with the New York State Education Law, Section 2509, recommendation for tenure is based upon evident, proficient, competent, and satisfactory service rendered during the probationary term, and with those credits from the extension that we meet. Whereas during the probationary period, Mr. Joseph Geraci has performed in accordance with the standard of the Catskill Central School District. Now, therefore, be it resolved that upon recommendation of the superintendent of schools, Mr. Joseph Geraci, who possesses the New York State Music Professional Certification, be granted tenure in the music tenure area effective September 26, 2025. Board, I would need a motion. Mike Dietrich, second. Aaron Van Veen, all in favor? All opposed? Congratulations.
It is my absolute pleasure to stand here today and offer a huge congratulations to the summer not only taught science, but it sparked curiosity, wonder, and love in learning for students who walk through her door every day. Our incredible sixth grade teacher, Miss Ostrowski. Now, this is one loved individual. Her students describe her as chill, nice, calm, and funny. They really like when they're good or finished early, that they're rewarded or have some free time. One student noted that she is really the best sixth grade teacher. Sorry, Mr. Daniels. One time a student was talking about a fish and Miss Ostrowski made the whole class laugh about it. All students say that they're really happy that Miss Ostrowski is going to have a baby because she's going to be a great mom. Her colleagues adore her. They know that she has energy of love and learning and she brings it to her students. Her classroom is where fun meets learning, and your teammates know that you're the MVP, with or without snacks. Additionally, Shayna, you are involved in our school community. I mean, have you seen her basketball skills? Shayna not only goes above and beyond as a teacher, but she'll sign up and help out for anything athletics like the scoreboard. But above all, nothing is more magical than her relationship with Mr. Rivera, who just also happens to be one of Shayna's former teachers. He writes, "To my Shayna, who sat in my classroom as a fourth grade student back in 2007, then did her student teaching with me, and finally now we're working together again in sixth grade. It's been an adventure, and I've watched her grow up to be an amazing educator, a caring colleague, and now soon to be a wonderful mom. Sincerely, Matt." Shayna, on behalf of everyone at Catskill Middle School and the Catskill School District, thank you to this proud alumni. Congratulations on your tenure. You're an amazing educator, a great person, a team player, and you are an amazing mom.
Be it resolved that in accordance with New York State Education Law, Section 2509, recommendations for tenure based upon evidence of sufficient, competent, and satisfactory service rendered during her probationary term. Whereas during her probationary period, Ms. Shayna Ostrowski has performed in accordance with the standards of the Catskill Central School District. Now therefore, be it resolved that upon recommendation of the superintendent of schools, Ms. Shayna Ostrowski, who possesses the New York State Title of Education, grade 1 to 6 initial certification, be granted tenure in the elementary education tenure area effective September 1, 2025. Before I go to the motion, I just want to say something to Shayna because she graduated with my daughter. It seemed like it was yesterday. And the kids think she's chill. They never saw her on soccer. She's the first team all-star and a great athlete. So maybe, hopefully, as a little girl, you can carry that on because it'll be fun to watch you continue on that. For the board, I need a motion. Matthew Shane, second by Joe Izzo. All in favor? Congratulations and thanks for staying.
Thank you, everybody. Congratulations.
She's engaged to my nephew.
Oh, okay. Well, that's right. I forgot about that.
But if I could, I would go twice more. Yes.
I do not, and most of you that know me know that I do not always have things as well prepared as far as the written. So I am extremely excited to have both Molly Joy and I'm going to say Charles for political. Yeah, we'll keep it formal for a minute. And have CJ with us tonight because, like Dr. Dan said when we started, and Shane and I know too, you were on the bus with us, and it was just a fun experience. And so this is definitely a night that is really special for all of us. So I'm gonna start with CJ. CJ, your colleagues also have said that you've been such an incredible partner, teacher, and person. You're kind and caring and a positive role model. One of your colleagues wanted to make sure that they really enjoy watching your first grade students hug your knees. It's been really fun because CJ started his journey as a fifth grade teacher, spent 2 years in the first grade classroom, and is now back in fifth grade. And so watching the transition, CJ, when he started in first grade, he's always such a team player. He was like a phoneme, phonics, phonemic awareness. We gotta work through this. And he stepped up, he figured it out, and it was awesome to watch. Your colleagues also have just said your dedication to learning the challenging curriculum now that you're in 5th grade and strengthening your craft has been evident. It's been magical to watch you. One said they're extremely happy to have you back as their 5th grade buddy and partner. Your wisdom, discipline, and honesty and kindness makes you truly special and a great colleague at CES. One of my favorite stories of CJ was his 2nd year at CES, and it was his 1st year in 1st grade. And he comes in, and it's St. Patrick's Day, and at about 10 o'clock, he drops his kids off at special, who all walk like little ducklings behind him in the hallway. And he's like, "No, you told me. This is like a big deal in elementary school." And he went at lunchtime and he bought all the green glitter that was left, all the green paint, and made St. Patrick's Day special for the kids. And CJ, that's what you do. Is every day you come to work, you give back to the kids, you give to the community, who also shows up on the basketball court. You give us a little bit of hope every year. We appreciate that. Drive your daughter, bring her up here, come on up here, because we've got.
Be it resolved in accordance with New York State Education Law, Section 2509, recommendations to tenure based upon evidence of efficient, competent, and satisfactory service rendered during the probationary term. And whereas during the probationary period, Mr. Charles Hanson, TJ, has performed in accordance with the standard of the Catskill Central School District. Now therefore be it resolved that upon recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Charles Jansen, possesses the New York State Childhood Education Grade 1 to 6 initial certification, be granted tenure in the elementary education tenure area effective September 1st, 2025. Board, need a motion? Mr. Rizzo, Ms. Van Wee, all in favor? All opposed? So carried. Congratulations.
Yeah. All right. Molly Joyce might not show up with basketball court, but we'll take it. Glad that you have everybody. Molly has been a true joy to have at CES. Molly also has been in 2 different grade levels. I think that she has found her home in 2nd grade. She has been a great addition to the 2nd grade team. Molly's colleagues have said that she has brought fresh air to the yellow hallway when she joined. She brought so many new ideas, and she's always willing to share. She is a thought partner to many, and it is so appreciative to watch Molly with her colleagues and listen to her and to share her own learning. What I want to share about Molly is that Molly was the first one. This is kind of a little dorky educational thing, but there's a really amazing program that happened at New Paltz, and 2 years ago it launched, and Molly was the first one knocking on my door, and she said, "There's this thing about science of reading, and I really would like to go." She's like, "What do you think?" And so Molly really launched that in our building, and since then, I want to say there's been 10, 11 that have followed in your footsteps. You are a true teacher leader in our building. You put in 110 to everything you do. You bring your sharing to everyone so that they can exponentially be better. And I think that highlights what the elementary school truly is about, is sharing and showing up for one another. She also is leading, come on, Jordy, I told you could come with me. You got jobs to do. Come on, you know what you're doing next. So Molly also is leading a book study in my 4 years here. This is the first time book study is happening. And how you are always ready to step up and give back to others. So we are so happy, so proud, and congratulations, Senator. Now, you were going to be able to put your hours. Everyone's getting pictures. What do you think?
Be it resolved that in accordance with the State Education Law, Section 2509, recommendation of tenure is based upon evidence of proficient, competent, satisfactory service rendered during probationary term. And whereas during her probationary period, Ms. Molly Joyce has performed in accordance with the standard of the Catskill Central School District. Now, therefore, be resolved that upon recommendation of the superintendent of schools, Ms. Molly Joyce possesses the New York State Childhood Education Grade 6 professional certification, be granted tenure in the elementary education tenure area effective September 1, 2025. If you can get her to shade. Board, need a motion? Mike Dietrich, Mike Consul, all in favor? Opposed? Congratulations.
Mike Tebow is not present tonight, but Mike is also receiving tenure for not the first time, but the second time here at Catskill, and I think that's really remarkable because Mike took a leap, and from his special education position, tenure position, he decided to go back into the classroom as a general ed teacher, and he has been amazing. Mike, there were some comments from students that I just want to share a second. That he, not only does he help me with my math, but he tells really corny dad jokes. His favorite number is 8 billion, and he uses it about 8 billion times a day. He owes me a Dr. Pepper, and he's always making funny jokes. You can walk into Mike's room at any time, and engagement is inevitable. We actually every once in a while at our faculty meetings, we like to just give staff shout outs. And just at our last faculty meeting, Mike was our teacher that was given a shout out because of his ability to really explain vocabulary. Vocabulary is something we have focused on in our building. And Mike takes things and he runs with them. He was one of the teachers that decided to pilot our math bridges program, which we are currently still using, and he was pivotal in that process. He is truly a team player. He steps up all the time, and it's fun to watch Mike in the classroom. So unfortunately, when he learned we had a couple extra days, thank you for that, he is taking a trip this weekend, so he wasn't able to be here tonight, but we congratulate him on his second tenure here at Catskill, so thank you.
Be it resolved that in accordance with the New York State Education Law, Section 2509, the recommendation of tenure is based upon evidence of efficient, competent, satisfactory service rendered during a probationary term, and whereas during the probationary period, Mr. Michael Tebow has performed in accordance with the standards of the Catskill Central School District. Now therefore be resolved that upon recommendation of the superintendent of schools, Mr. Michael Tebow, who possesses the New York State grade 3K through 6 permanent certification, be granted tenure in the elementary education tenure area effective September 1st, 2025. And a motion? My counsel, Pat Duchesne, all in favor? Opposed? Congratulations, Mr. Tebow. F10, approval of school district legal counsel agreement. Be resolved that the Board of Education hereby approves the school district legal counsel agreement with Swinwell Law Firm, PLLC, effective July 1, 2025, and to run through June 30, 2026. Copies of contracts will be incorporated by reference into the minutes of this meeting. Need a motion? Ms. Van Lee, second by Mike Dietrich. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? So carried. Number 11, approval of obsolete surplus books and equipment. Whereas the district owns books and equipment which are no longer useful or necessary for the school district purposes and are no value to the school district, as indicated on the 42125 everywhere list. This is from the library. and is attached to the main part of this resolution. Therefore, be resolved that the Board of Education hereby declares said books and equipment to be surplus obsolete property of no value in the school district, and authorizes the disposal of such obsolete books and equipment. Need a motion? Mr. Dietrich? Mr. Shane? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Acceptance of proposal. Be resolved that the Board of Education hereby accepts the proposal of Del Singer and Blacktop Paving for the repair of the long triple jump area on track. Copies of the proposal shall be incorporated by reference to the minutes of the meeting. Hopefully this will be the last repair we have to make up there. Be it further resolved that the board authorizes the superintendent to sign the contract for same. Need a motion? Mr. Dietrich, Ms. Thompson, all in favor? Opposed? So carried. Be resolved that the board hereby accepts the first reading of the following policies: 4526.1 Internet Safety, 2245 Student Ex Officio Student Board Member, 5550 Student Privacy, 8365 Information and Data Privacy, Security Breach Notification. Further resolved that the board accepts the first reading of the following revised policies: 4526.3, 4526.3E, and 4526.1, which were presented by Dr. Silver. Need a motion? Ms. Simone, second by Joe Izzo. All in favor? Opposed? So carried. Be resolved that the board hereby accepts the second reading and adoption of the following policies: 423110, Program of Services for Parentally Placed. 5500 student records. Be further resolved that the Board of Education hereby accepts the second reading to elimination of the following policy: 4321.14, independent education evaluators. Need a motion? Ms. Salone? Second by Mr. Consul. All in favor? Opposed? So carried. Need a motion to approve the CPSE recommendations for the 2024-2025 school year. Maybe catching up with the items, there are a total of six students. All in favor? Mr. Rizzo? All right, motion, Mr. Rizzo, Dr. Shane, all in favor? Opposed? So carried. Acceptance of the CPSE recommendations for the 25-26 school year. There are 28 students. Based on the recommendation, I need a motion. Ms. Simone, Mr. Dietrich, all in favor? Opposed? So carried. Superintendent of Schools recommends the Board of Education accept the recommendations for two students as presented by the Section 504 Accommodation Committee. Need a motion? Ms. Simone, Mr. Consul, all in favor? Opposed? Carried. I request a motion for personnel consent on the following items under each one. And I would like to acknowledge too that in there, Wendy Castellino, long-serving special education teacher, CHS, will be retiring at the end of the school year. And she will be greatly missed. Need a motion? Ms. Simone, second Mr. Consul. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? So carried. Board report. Do members have anything? I would just like to thank the voters in the school district for coming out and supporting the budget. I think that the efforts of our business office with the Assistant Superintendent Brett Miller, who will be retiring in August, with Treasurer Matt Parker and the Superintendent have a budget that's really good place to support our programs and our staff, and I appreciate the community approving that budget so that we can continue to provide the education and services to our students. Yeah, no for any motion to adjourn?
Oh, wait. One item.
Okay.
One item, I like to remind everybody that
that Monday is Memorial Day ceremonies here in the town and village of Catskill. I would ask that everybody that would come out and recognize the sacrifice of all the men and women who have served in our armed forces and who have perished and have left their loved ones. So I would please remind you that parade starts at 2 o'clock on Main Street. And I also would like to thank the staff of the senior high school for a great concert last night. It was well put on, and some interesting song combinations by the chorus, and it was well done, and I would just like to thank them very much. That's it. Thank you.
And not to shortchange the art students did a wonderful job in their presentation as well last night. They guided us in what they're doing, so really appreciative of the efforts of the students last night. Now, motion to adjourn. Everybody's learned. Mrs. Duchesne, Mr. Consul, all in favor? Opposed? Thank you.
Please, everyone, celebrate. There's cupcakes in the back, water. Congratulations one more time for everyone who received attendance tonight.